Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome back to Happy Hour with Cooper. It's been a long time. I missed you all. I hope you missed me too. Shameless plug for myself. So, you know, it's been a few months. We took some time for the summer, and now we're back just in time, just gonna kind of kick off the holiday season and introduce our reserve and classic wines that we released in September and November this fall. It's wonderful to see you all back. As usual, I'll say feel free to chime in the chat on Facebook Live or YouTube, and please say your name, where you're from, who you are, and what you're drinking. Tonight we are going to be drinking Pinot Noirs. So if you have a Pinot Noir in the house, or if you got our happy hour pack, please open your wine now, and we'll get started and have some fun. So let's see who's here. Well, hi Rhonda, we knew you were gonna be here. Missed you a lot, nice to see you. Hi Kim. Oh, my mini-ma is back. I didn't even tell her this is happening. I didn't actually, so she figured it out herself. I didn't remind her at least. So good job, mother. Oh, Paul's here. That's great. So we've got our regular group back and ready to go. So that's great. I didn't actually see who ordered what, but I hope some of you guys did manage to get the happy hour pack. Because in it we did enclose some goodies that those who did get the happy hour pack as part of their reserve shipment will be able to taste with the wines as we go through. So for today, I enclosed GH Taylor's or Terrors, or it's that Chicago mixed popcorn that you get from Costco, the big one with the cheddar and the caramel popcorn. I split it apart, and so we're going to try the cheese popcorn and the caramel popcorn with each of the Pinot Noirs and see how each Pinot Noir responds to the different flavor profiles. So it would be wonderful to hear if anybody is drinking the three Pinots that we sent in the pack along with me. If not, let me know what else you're drinking. It would also be wonderful to hear how you guys are doing. Definitely have missed you since the last we hung out together, and really hope you guys are all doing well in this slightly odd time. We won't say the word, but it has been a year. Happy 2020. I am not going to mention what day it is because everybody says it's bad luck, but it is Friday. So I would like to reclaim this particular date for good luck and drinking wine. So that's what we're going to do. Tonight we do have three wines, three different Pinot Noirs. So we're going to do our classic Pinot Noir, from 2018. We're going to do our reserve Pinot Noir, and we're going to do our from 2017, and we're going to do like a 2015 Pinot Noir, so our library wine. So we'll do them in that order as well, in order of age. So joining us today will be one of the tasting room associates and patio servers from the summer, Brooke Playfair. Brooke actually lives in town and is kind of settled in for a while, so we're really excited to be able to hang out with her on a regular basis. Brooke has expressed interest in learning wine and wanting to learn more about wine and how flavors and stuff go. So I thought, if I thought maybe instead of having somebody interview this week, I would get a guinea pig. So you guys could watch me experiment and be all mad scientisty on people. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring Brooke in. Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
Brooke is new to camera, so be nice to her. So we're going to start off with, we're going to both have to have popcorn separate. Can't eat from the same jar. We all know why. So we're going to have two kinds of popcorn, the cheddar and the caramel corn, and we're going to do that with the 3 different wines. So we'll start off with our 2018 Pinot Noir, which we released it earlier in the summer, but our official release was in September. The reason why I chose popcorn is, while popcorn is a traditional white wine, excuse my reach, Brooke. It's a traditional white wine pairing. People don't really think of it as a red wine pairing. And people don't really think of why it's a pairing with wine. So I think what we'll do first is, Brooke, if you want to just, swirl and smell like I encourage everybody else to do. Awesome drinking meritage. Paul and who else is? Oh, Pinot Noir from Whistler. Awesome. At least it's great that you're drinking the same thing as, or at least something similar to us. Some time. Yeah. Good job, Paul. You'll have to open another bottle of wine. I just so you know, I read the comments as I go, and I make lots of jokes, and I'm hilarious. Right? I'm hilarious, everyone. Oh yeah, my mother says hi, Brooke.
Hi!
So, I would say our 2018 Pinot was a bit smoky, fruity. What would you say?
Yes.
Yeah. And when you take a sip, like, you taste what?
Almost like a little cranberry.
For sure. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off with the cheddar popcorn. Take a bite of cheddar popcorn. Chew up, let it taste. It's a bit salty, a bit cheesy. Now try the wine again.
Oh, it's different. It like opens it up a bit.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
So salt is a flavor enhancer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it does, is it's gonna, salty things are great for wine in general. That's why we like salty cheeses and cured meats. So it's gonna really bring it out and it kind of enhance the flavors. Pinot Noir is a lighter wine. So with a lighter wine, sometimes it can taste a little bit too light or a little watery or whatever. Ours doesn't, but it can. And so something salty will definitely bring it out and make it taste more robust.
Yeah, it tastes bigger.
So you have questions. My mother's drinking the Pinot Noir Reserve. Good job, mother. Okay. And then Kim, she doesn't drink Pinot Noir regular, so I'm so proud of her. Good job. And then Kim Lawton has asked, how are the wedding plans going?
Very slow. We don't know how to plan a wedding in this atmosphere.
Fair. For those of you who don't know, Brooke's fiance Kyle, who has also worked for the winery, proposed to her at a concert we did in September in front of everybody. It was a great surprise to her, and she cried and everyone was happy, and it was adorable.
Everyone laughed, they danced, they cried. It was great.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have the caramel popcorn, as I'm just moving us along. I warn you, this may not be the same positive experience you had with the cheese popcorn.
Oh, it's like more like acidy almost or something.
Okay, so yes, 100%.
Not like terrible, but not as good as that with that.
So generally we tend to say sweet with sweet. So this is kind of a, like, I'm kind of being a bit mean. I'm putting the sugar here with the Pinot Noir and showing that it's not a great combination. I want to show a good combination and a bad combination. So with sweetness, you generally only taste the most sweet thing. So Pinot Noir isn't very sweet, has very little sugar in it, but it does have a fruitiness to it. When you have something very sweet like the caramel corn, that's going to mask the sweetness that is in the wine or the fruitiness and pump up that acidity and make it taste more acidic. So that's what we're tasting here is a lot of acidity and not.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I
And-
never would have thought to pair that with that. So. There
Well,
you go.
so now you're just gonna eat a lot of cheese corn. I like to live being a bad influence. Hi, Bonnie and Deborah. I'm just looking at Facebook now. Hi, Bonnie and Deborah, and hi, Rebecca. Nice to see you. Where did it go? Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna move to the next wine. We have a little. Does anybody else have popcorn with you? Anybody else try the combination? I would like to see.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it. I'd like to, yeah, because they're three very different wines,
Right.
and so you might have a different experience with each one. You never know. Maybe the older it gets, maybe things will change.
Ooh.
I like to pretend I'm mysterious, guys. Yeah, so anybody got any good, cool Christmas plans or getting ready for Christmas? Anybody gonna buy a bunch of wine for Christmas? Yeah, you know, guys, let me know how your night's going and how your Christmas is shaping up in this weird world. And Brooke was in the paper today.
What paper?
Paper for Sun.
Paper
Vancouver Sun.
The Vancouver Sun. For what?
Guys, she doesn't know either. When did this happen? How did this happen? I need to know. Somebody tell me how Brooke was in the paper without her even knowing. This is really exciting. Okay, let's drink wine while we're. So right off the bat, what's different about this?
It's a bit like richer.
Mhm.
Yeah, not quite as berry or like the
Yeah.
cranberry flavor.
Is it more
Yeah.
cherry, right?
Yeah, and then like a little bit more bite almost to it.
Okay, so cheese corn. Real estate looking towards Lillooet. We're gonna switch over from comments to reading this for Brooke because it's gonna make. It's about people moving to Lillooet.
That's really weird. Who wrote it?
This is Michael Geller from the Vancouver Sun, and he was invited by the mayor. And
Oh,
there's, yeah,
I did talk to him.
you did talk to him because there's
Yeah.
a quote from you.
Cool. Oh, great.
That's cool.
Awesome. There you
Well,
go.
that's
Now we
awesome.
chat for a
Thanks,
while.
guys, for letting us know. So we're now drinking the Pinot Noir 2017 Reserve, guys, just in case I forgot to say that. To Rebecca's question about ice wine, I would prefer ice wine with a fairly sweet dessert. Ice wine's really sweet. Anything less sweet than it is going to taste really bitter. So if you had it with like a dark chocolate dessert, all the sweetness of the dark chocolate would go away. And sometimes you want that if it's really fatty and milky and rich. But if it's just straight bitter and sweet, you don't want to cut away that sweetness. So you got to be careful. Yeah, okay, Bonnie, yes. So the dark chocolate and dark chocolate mousse, you would have definitely gotten more of the spice and the bitter, which is really cool. See, we just randomly have conversations. We had a cheese corn, so
yeah.
let's do that again. Yeah.
Re-up on that.
Well, I got busy talking.
It's not as good as that was with the other one, maybe.
So,
Like it's like more contrasting flavors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so why
I
that
don't.
is?
Yeah, it's like more bitter.
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
So there's not, what this is doing is it's not just enhancing the flavors, it's enhancing, like this is a higher alcohol wine, this is
Right.
less fruitiness. So it's just making it contrast between the
Yeah.
alcohol and the salt. So you're not getting as much of the other flavors because it is aged and it's slowly becoming more of the age characteristics like smoke and wood and stuff. You still have that cherry, but when you pop this in, all that fruit flavor kind of vanishes and the other flavors kind of. So it's something interesting and strange. So now for the caramel corn. What do you think?
Yeah, it's still, it like balances it better than it did with the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't contrast the flavor completely. Yeah.
So what I noticed about this, even though they're all dry red wines, this definitely has a more sweet character to it when you have it. I don't know if it's because I think it's because it doesn't have as much smoke and spice on it as the younger one. It's more just like oakiness and sweet spice and cherry. So that sweetness actually is just enough to carry it through. And so they balance each other really well. So I was kind of expecting this wine to go almost perfectly with the caramel corn and awfully with the salt. So
That's what I felt, yes.
So has anybody, oh hi Adrian, nice to meet you, welcome. You're trying the Cap Blanc with steak. Well, it's almost like somebody would have said that is a perfect pairing. And we saw something about trying, foie gras and with ice cream. Yes, foie gras. For some reason, it's a fattiness. Well, it is fatty and salty. The sweet of the ice wine really goes well with that fattiness, sweet and the acidity. So that's So is anybody at all having popcorn along with us, or are we just eating on camera alone? Do I feel alone? Well, so for those of you who aren't drinking Pinot with us or aren't having popcorn, you can totally do this experiment on your own. You can get a 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year old Pinot Noir. It doesn't need to be exactly what we have. Obviously, I'm going to shamelessly say, please buy Four Pairs product. We love you. Please buy our wine. That being said, you can try it with any old Pinot Noir. These are also 3 different kind of quality points, right? We have fresh, classic, we have a reserve, we have what would be considered almost like an ultra reserve, being a few years older and a little bit more aged. So that's where we're going to go into now is the older wines. We're going to do the 2015. Oh my god, big stretch. Oh. Sorry guys, it almost fell. Yep. I'm going to keep the wine closer to me next time. So I don't almost, drench our setup in alcohol. Our producers may get mad at me. So this is the Pinot Noir 2015. If any of you had a tour with me this summer, I may have poured this for you. I kind of have an obsession with it. I think I've talked about it a few times as being one of my favorite wines I've ever had. So I may have taken the opportunity to push it in. I would like to, while everybody is here, point out our background displays. So Cassandra Gray, who is an employee here at the winery, did. She just designed the whole thing and made our background displays, which I am just endlessly pleased with. I feel like we have a real setup now. Shout out to Cassandra, and really, really, really thankful for all of her help and everything she did today. So that's awesome. Well, Mom, you're supposed to have the Chicago mix on standby when I'm around, or when I'm not around. I was just there 3 weeks ago. I didn't even eat any. Fail. Okay, let's try the wine before I continue being mean to my mother.
Nice happy hour.
Isn't it? Well, this is what happy hour in the Cooper household usually is. Except she's making more fun of me than I make fun of her usually. Thanks, Kim, for your comment about Cassandra. I'll make sure she knows. So what about this? This is drastically different than the other two.
Yeah, I kind of get like a little bit more like earthiness and a bit of like almost raspberry. Yeah.
Based on your last two experiences, which popcorn is going to be better?
Oh gosh. Because the sweet goes with the salty. Maybe this one?
Okay, why don't we see?
Oh god. Should I start
Try
with
this try this cheddar.
Well, that's good though.
It's good. So this one it doesn't quite make it taste as watery as it did with the second one.
Yeah. That works.
Kind of brings out the smoke a little bit more like it did with the first one.
Yeah, okay.
And now the sweet.
It kind of goes with both of them.
So
that means it's like more balanced?
yeah. She took the words out of my mouth. Good girl. Oh, I love it. I love that. See, guys, that's the moment I wanted to get on camera. That moment of like clicking. So the older wine has had more time for it to balance itself in the bottle. It's aged. I really think the 2015 is at its peak or getting close to its peak. So it's alcohol, it's acidity, it's fruitiness, it's all of its different characters. The oak in it are going to be more balanced than the other two. So when you have both the sweet and the salty, instead of them highlighting one or the other characteristic in the wine, they highlight all the characteristics. And so they don't make it taste overbalanced, they actually just help it. You'll notice with the first one, it had a lot of that smoke and a lot of that bite, still fairly young. The salt really helped it. With the other one, it was a bit, it's a bit on the older side, but it's definitely still highlighting more of its like little sweet spice, and I think it had a ton of cherry on it. And I would say it was actually, in my opinion, the fruitiest of the three. So the fruity wine really went well with the sweet. So we talk about sugar being with sugar and all that jazz, but it's more understanding what stage the wine is at and how it's going to taste. So that's definitely a cool thing to do, guys, is try sweet and salty or different flavor profiles with different wines. It would also be kind of cool to try it with a Pinot, a Meritage, and a Cab Franc. And then the other one that's really cool is some of you have 3 Chardonnays from your happy hour pack. Those of you who have Chardonnays at home, just try this popcorn or try popcorn with Chardonnay. You will not regret it. Popcorn and Chardonnay are best friends. Just like steak and Cab Franc. So that was, that's a little bit of a lesson. It was wonderful to see you guys, and it was wonderful to actually be back on camera. I missed this, guys. I missed you. I missed the happy hour family. So it was really, really nice. So we are going to be going for 4 weeks. This is the first week. Next week we'll be talking about Cabernet Franc. The week after that we'll be talking about Meritage, and after that we'll be talking about Chardonnay, and we'll be highlighting some of our wines that we have released in each of those categories. Next week we will be more covering like different types of glassware, and then the week after we'll be covering chocolate. So for those of you who didn't get the happy hour pack, if you want to taste along with the Meritage and some of our tasting pairings, you should get some milk chocolate, some dark chocolate, and a spicy dark chocolate to try for that's 2 weeks from today. And then next week it'll just be different glassware. So I'll try and work with whatever you might have in your house, but it'll probably be like a small glass, like a champagne glass, a glass like this and then one of those big Bordeaux glasses that I know a lot of you wine drinkers will probably have. You even have one at your house.
Yeah, we both I've got one.
So I want to say thank you guys so much. I want to say thank you, Brooke. Thank you, production team, Rolf and Jazine. Welcome back. Just so you guys know, Jazine was on the chat tonight. I'll let you guys guess which one she was. So yeah, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe below for Facebook and YouTube. Share us to your friends. It was wonderful having you guys around. Thank you so much for joining Happy Hour with Cooper, and we'll see you next Friday at 5.
Bye.
Bye.